We need to fucking ball out.
Big Reagan's. Ah!
What score, Rob?
I just won up 28-14.
Okay. Yeah, my fucking schedule is disgusting, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck.
Bro, where he fucked up at, he tried to go to pass and then shit when his running back was killing me.
Man, call this shit. Here you go. I'm about to say, call this nigga.
What time he say he trying to play you?
No, we about to play now. It's my stream too.
That take too long.
Savage, good pick. Oh, you're scary. It's spooky out there.
Oh shit. Shit is getting spooky.
Yeah, come down with that shit, baby. I'm sure. Like, come on. It's one-on-one. Take that shit every time.
I never got to ask you, what did you think about that episode of BMX?
All right. Thoughts of the Guru, man. Thoughts from the Guru. Balling with the Guru episode, whatever you want to call it. We in the building right now. I'm back up and running. Can't call this real talk because my co-host ain't here. So this is just my opinions and my thoughts on what happened. First of all, the draft was off the hook last night. I do want to recap the conversations we had. We did go through the draft picks, first round talent picks, people who picked who, when, where, what, and why. We had a fucking major runoff on quarterbacks last night, which was nuts. In my opinion, Shogun's called it. He said it was going to be a runoff on quarterbacks this draft. It was 13 quarterbacks, and I do think we're going to go through the league and find out that we're going to see a whole bunch of rookie quarterbacks now being the starters over here. Game of Thrones year one. Shit was real, man. So again, I thought, only being able to have one first, 1 second. It put guys in a situation where they had to draft their needs, and I thought they did a pretty good job at doing it. The draft was balanced. It was crazy because you saw a lot of guys going off the board that, damn, man, I would have got him if I had 2 firsts. I would have got him if I had 2 seconds. Oh my God. And you had to really strategically pick when the runoffs of the quarterbacks went. That stopped guys from getting what they wanted in the first round and coming back and getting a quarterback. When you have your board set and in your mind, you can, wait to the second round to get yourself a quarterback that maybe you didn't have to start this year, or maybe you did. But when you saw the runoff, like we saw a runoff. I mean, once one went, they started to run off, and it made a couple teams have to draft quarterbacks right away instead of waiting on them and shit. So I'm not even gonna lie, I thought the draft was off the hook. It was one of my favorite drafts being in, and we literally only had 3 people not drafted. A total of 5 throughout the whole draft. But for the most part, everybody was balling with the guru during the draft. The chat was chipping. We had down there 20 motherfuckers in the chat with us while we was going through. Quiet as hell. Niggas is holding their tongue so nobody get a hint on what they trying to do. We got to find a way to get that broadcast and all that. But like Hitter said, man, those quarterback runoffs force guys to literally force their hands on going to go get quarterbacks. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to manage rosters, and I want to go to depth chart, and let's just see throughout the league who got quarterbacks and how many rookie quarterbacks will be starting in the 2023 season. All right, so 22 season actually. All right, so Justin Fields, Super Bowl champion, still starts for the Bears. Bengals, Joe Burrow is now on the bench. And A.J. Solari is the new starting quarterback over there. Rookie quarterback out of Miami, 6'3", 217. Nobody saw this coming. But obviously the head coach over there for the Bengals was not tied to Joe Burrow. And if you are a guy looking for a quarterback, Joe Burrow should be on the market right now. Obviously, an 81 overall, solid quarterback. So this can be somebody's starter. So that's our first quarterback starting. You go look at the Bills. Josh Allen maintains his quarterback job. For the Broncos, Tua Tagovailoa maintains his job. The Browns, Baker Mayfield maintains his job. For the Bucks, Tom Brady is going to hold it down for a year, but Mr. Greg Peters is right behind him. We're going to see that. That's going to be interesting all year to see how that takes the shape. Mr. Gunslinger himself. Kyler Murray maintains his starting job as a Cardinal. The Chargers, Justin Herbert maintains his job. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs maintains his job. But the Colts, Devion Branch from LSU, 6'3", 207 pounds, new quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, and they actually needed it. 88 speed, 91 excel. They do have him a dual threat quarterback, 95 throw power. He has 80 when it comes down to accuracy. 80 short, 80 medium, deep accuracy with 81. Throwing a run, he can move. Throwing the pressure, he can move around. Break sacks, he's pretty solid there as well. And he's good off the play action, 85. So here's the new starting quarterback over there for the Colts and Coach Mike. See how that goes out. That's two quarterbacks starting right now. Dak Prescott holds down his starting job again. He needs to work though because he's in the negatives right now. See how that takes his course. For the Dolphins, we do have a new quarterback over here, Brett Williams, the rookie quarterback. They also grabbed him a quarterback in the draft, 75 overall, 80 speed, 84 excel. Guy got 95 throw power. Obviously, you get this. I mean, I thought we would see Teddy Bridgewater earn himself a contract, but he is no longer a part of the Dolphins organization. They flat out, he was quoted. Raheem Skadimes will talk about what he said about the Dolphins later on when we call him up, see what happens with Raheem. He has some skibibbles to talk about over there. But Brett Williams from Alabama, 6'6", 220-pound quarterback. Now we got three quarterbacks from Alabama starting amongst the league right now in the last couple of years. So solid, 95 throw power. Got the arm strength to stretch the field, and that's what the Dolphins want to do. They want to throw deep. So here we go. The Eagles, Deshaun Watson holds down that job. The Falcons, Sidney Kate comes in the building from West Virginia. He's in the game right now, playing against the Philadelphia Eagles right now. So he's the new starter for the Falcons right now. Football team is starting Dr. Doolittle. Mr. Peter Dr. Doolittle is the starter over here. 88 speed, 88 excel, 93 throw power. They get themselves a starting quarterback now. Moving forward, he's 1-0 on his short career so far. 49ers still dealing with Trey Lance. Solid quarterback over there. The Giants still dealing with Danny Dimes. The Jaguars still dealing with Trevor Lawrence. We got a whole bunch of young quarterbacks. Zach Wilson got stronger with some weapons over here. The Lions will be starting Freddie Minor from Michigan, 6'5", 236 pounds. Rookie, 84 speed, 84 excel, 93 throw power, 80s across the board, everything when it comes down to accuracy. So the Lions not only, tore the draft up, they also went and got a quarterback. Well, they didn't make it their top priority, but they came back and got a quarterback. Solid pick. Packers is still starting Aaron Rodgers. The Panthers will be starting Sam Darnold. The Patriots will be starting Mac Jones. The Raiders is starting a new quarterback, Tyron Justice. Justice for all is the new starting quarterback over here for the Las Vegas Raiders with 95 throw power, high 85 accuracy all over the place right now. Short and medium 75, but everything else deep accuracy, running around. He's solid 6'6", 235. It's the new Cam Newton of the league over there for the Raiders. The Rams are starting a new quarterback as well. Marcus Mariota has a new starting job over here for the Los Angeles Rams. Marcus Mariota is the new quarterback there, although he's not a rookie. Lamar Jackson is still the quarterback over here for the Ravens. The Saints will be starting a new quarterback, and number 1 quarterback, GETA Styles, will be starting over here for the New Orleans Saints with 96 throw power. And you know, the number 1 quarterback is already unlocked to Omaha. He's ready to go. He ain't even got to wait. So all he got to do is get to a 90 threshold from that 83. 7-point upgrade, and he'll be ready. Seahawks, Russell Wilson is the starter here. Steelers will be starting Sam Russell, the number two quarterback on the draft board. Will be starting for from Ohio State. I like this situation right now. 2 Ohio State quarterbacks over here, Dwayne Haskins and Sam Russell right now. So that's another rookie quarterback starting. As you can see, we got rookies all over the place. Just Jalen Hurts won the job from Davis Mills over here for the Texans, and now we know who's going to be throwing the ball to the fastest rookie to come out of the draft. Titans will be starting. Ryan Tannehill will be still starting for the Titans right now. I don't see that lasting too much longer. At all. But he's the starter over there. And then the Vikings, Kellen Mond still holds down his starting job. So as you can see, we're dealing with a whole bunch of new quarterbacks in the league starting. I think we got damn near 6 to 7 quarterbacks, new quarterbacks starting. Probably even more than that without just counting rookies right now. That's amongst the league starting right now. So there it goes. Now I'm over here to talk about, you know, one of our most exciting divisions that we got right now. These guys really don't like each other. They all be on chat together with each other. They all in the NFC East, and we're talking about the new black and blue division right now, the NFC East. Where, you know, it came down to a 1-game lead for the divisional winner.
YouTube.
It's on the chat, bro.
Nah, I'm not on my phone on this game, like the actual YouTube.
Shit, I don't even know that shit. Hold
Top
on.
tier Craig.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Focus on the top tier Craig.
So, in the East, man, they battle all the way down to week 18. It took till week 18. The Cowboys and Eagles had to play to figure out who was going to win that division. They got 2 guys in the playoffs with the Giants and the Cowboys last year. We're going to build off of that. So we're going to start with the Cowboys because they won the division. And let's talk about what they did. So Dak Prescott to me, he has a lot of work to do over here for the Cowboys. They got away with being able to run the ball all year long and gave Ezekiel Elliott over 400 plus carries. And he ran them to a division win and to the divisional round in the playoffs. To be able to play the... was that a wild card game? No, that was the divisional round he got to. Yep, divisional round. So the Cowboys actually won their wild card game and got to the divisional round to meet up with the number 1 seeded Arizona Cardinals in round 2. Well, they've had a hell of a year. Defensively, they played really well. We'll talk about some of the things, but this roster changed, man. The Cowboys were stuck on money. They dropped down damn near the 33 suited up players on their roster. And you know, they got a lot of cap casualty situations they need to do. So you're going to see a lot of movement from the Cowboys. My question is, you know, did the money situation fuck them up to be able to have the offseason that they wanted to have? They didn't get some of the trades done that they were talking about doing. A lot of stuff didn't fall through. And they're in a situation where, you know, money is going to hurt this roster until it gets fixed, bottom line. So they can't really stretch and seal the envelope the way they want to when they can't really afford to do anything right now. So with that being said, we know, you know, the GM is really good. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to, you know, clean money up and get things done right. So look to see the Cowboys making a lot of moves during this season. But they do come back with Dak Prescott. For them to be successful, I think this year around, I don't think they can rely on Zeke to run the ball all game long and win them ball games. I think Dak Prescott is going to have to make plays with his arm for these guys to win their division again. It's just, it's their division is that good and it's that close amongst talent for them to be one-dimensional is not going to work, I don't think, this year. And we saw that last night in the Washington football team Cowboys game. They lost, a 1-point loss. Again, they rivals, they going to dog fight it out. But, you know, the 40 carries a game shit is over with. That's not going to guarantee you a win at all right now. And that statement was made by Washington football team last night. Simple as that. So we need to see more out of Dak Prescott. Obviously, his arrows are all pointing down. He is not he's on a decline right now, and he's not climbing uphill right now. And then you get to the running backs. Ezekiel Elliott is still Ezekiel Elliott. He's still young enough to be a dog for this team. Bear with me. I want to get off the depth chart and go just the roster. All right, so they picked up a rookie running back in Darren Overstreet from Memphis. They like these Memphis backs, man. Tony Pollard will be out for one more game. When we advance, he'll be back in. 93 speed, 94 excel. But they picked up Darren Overstreet, 5'8", 210. 91 speed, 90 excel, 94 change of direction. 74 strength, I mean, the kid, 75 carrying, 82 ball vision. Got work to do. I don't see him really as a starter or really cutting into starting jobs.
Yeah, I see that.
Little bit of
he like to play with that safety.
What's the fuck? My bad. Got talking going on in the background right now. And just losing my train of thought because I'm listening to my boys playing the game right now. All right, so I don't think Overstreet will really be an impact player this year for this team. I think he, you know, special teams and here and there carries right now. They got an opportunity to develop a running back to see what happens. Especially, you know, as Ezekiel Elliott gets a little older and that contract starts to wear you and tear you, because he's one of the reasons why they can't sign anybody. But he plays such at a high level, they got to respect that and let, you know, Zeke do what he do. At the receiver level, I heard Amari Cooper is on the block. I don't think he'll be a Cowboy before it's all said and done. They did draft a 6'6" kid out of Penn State. 88 speed, 93 excel, 95 special catch. But they already had a guy like that on their, you know, bench, and fuck out here from Stanford. I don't think, you know, what we're gonna see. We got good speed over there for these Cowboys, and we got good receivers now. I remember they had 3, to me, first #1 receivers. One of them is not here anymore, but they do still have CD Lamb and Amari Cooper. I don't
never line up with no shit like that with me, boy.
Kendall
I run about 2 seconds.
Is a big pickup for them, in my opinion, because they needed it. They got a big body receiver to go along with that. If you press these guys and load the box up, they got a guy on the outside that can play the jump ball game and be a red zone threat for them if they develop him right. So I'm not mad at that pick. I think, you know, good rookie to bring in, especially this talented 6'6", 225, solid. They go forward their practice squad waiver signer Bradley Moore at tight end, and then Jarwin is the backup. On the offensive line over here, Zach Martin had to go from right guard to left tackle with the retiring of Tyron Smith. So that change, you know, moves him out, kicks him out to left guard. See how that plays out at 31 years old. You've been playing guard all your career. It's hard to get kicked out to the left tackle again. They are looking for, you know, a jail situation with this line. Got a 72 overall and a 71 at left guard. At center, they got another practice squad waiver signer here, 77 overall. This line is not as strong as it looked last year, but you can see the uprise of it right now. High 70s with a lot of these guys. Development can make these guys, you know, a problem if we can keep them together. I thought we would have saw offensive line get picked up in the draft for the Cowboys, but they didn't value it. I guess they picked up a couple guys off practice squad waiver. I think they were more invested in those guys like the
Ronald
Tego and Nugo right
MVP,
here,
nigga.
Overall. And then Lil Collins, 90 overall, 29 years old. He's the anchor of this offensive line, him and Zach Martin. So on the edges, they got 2 highly overall guys, and in the middle, they got guys that they got to grow up. This line is not as strong as I thought it was last year, considering what's in the NFC East right now on the front 4, front 7, especially with that football team and that type of pressure they apply at the defensive line level. and linebacker level as well. So they got work to do over here. Let's see if Zeke can carry them with a line that's trying to gel together. Defensively, DeMarcus Lawrence is still here, 30 years old. He's getting up there in age, but he's still here. Cameron Jordan plays between, D and D tackles, so he's a baller for them over here. But they don't have Gregory anymore, so I don't see Gregory unless he's at D tackle. I don't see Gregory anymore. But they picked up Connor Carroll. This is a really big pickup in the draft right now. Anytime you get a 6'8" D tackle, 335 pounds. At D tackle, man in the middle, fat boy, 97 strength, 81 block share, 89 power moves, 80 finesse, 79 tackle, 80 play rec, 74 awareness, 78 speed, 80. He's moving for a big boy like that. At 6'8", 345 pounds, this guy is 78 speed, 80 excel. He's moving. Hit power 92, so when he get there, he's going to hurt you, especially with all that weight behind him, man. This is a big boy. I like the pick, man in the middle right now. This could change some things for the D-line up there, because now you can keep Cameron Jordan on the outside with DeMarcus Lawrence. And you guys got 3 good pass rushers once this kid develops.
What's up, Mom?
I do think they got a couple of D tackles that they can play at the end. Just don't like the strength there. Micah Parsons was the man-child rookie that was over here. He's an animal, as you can see. He definitely will be the captain of this defense when it comes down to the linebacker level. Jabril Cox has all the tangibles to be a good player for this team. 79 overall. We'd like to see his development a little better. I think he should have been in the 80s already. But, everybody develop at their own pace. Right outside linebacker, Jalen Smith still there. Good Madden linebacker, right? 87 speed, 89 excel, 91 hit power. Solid break tackle. Block shed and all that. So you got 3 really good linebackers, but they're weak at this linebacker level because of cap money. They don't have space to get players right now, man. So they got to bring some guys in on some cheap deals right now to help fill this roster, because you got these guys running down on kickoffs and everything. You got linemen playing linebackers because you just don't have the depth to be able to do things right now. So they need help over here, and it's not a good sign for the Cowboys. I want to see how they fight themselves out of it. They went and drafted a corner in a situation where they needed linebackers. So, they already to me, they set the stage last year with their cornerback play. Trayvon Diggs emerged to be a top tier dog. Kelvin Joseph with that speed, solid. Roshan Wright over here. But they go get Bryson Hendricks, a rookie, 73 overall, 93 speed, 92 excel. Didn't think they needed that position, but they went and got it. I think they could have put those resources somewhere else. At safety, they lost Hooker, and Isaiah Oliver is now the new safety over here, along with Israel Moo at the strong safety. You do got a good cover guy back here at 6'4". So, did the Cowboys get better? I don't know. I think they don't have enough depth to really look at a complete football team right now. They still got the pieces they need. I still think they're going to compete in this division, and it's going to take some moves in the during this regular season right now for them to really, in my opinion, really to be successful of winning this division again. Right now, I don't have them as winning the division. The second place team over here was the Philadelphia Eagles. Now let's talk about it. Is somebody snoring?
I think that's Falk.
Fell asleep out this motherfucker tomorrow, huh? Falk is. You can hear it, Erica? Or you just asked me with somebody snoring? Can I get a Hot Pocket? Or no, can I get a sandwich, please?
Hey, fuck, would you say all this running gets you falling asleep?
Oh, my bad. My bad. I was expecting one of your sandwiches. I'm gonna be honest with you. Toddy and mine shit don't even taste good. I want a sandwich from you. Pretty please.
What the hell is this nigga Ryan talking about?
Thoughts from the good bro. All right, I like this Eagle team right now, man. Are the Eagles still up in their game against the Falcons?
I'm just playing.
Muffled Mike can't hear Falk. That's because Falk sleep.
What?
And your mic is muffled. Something going on with your mic.
Oh my, I can't see what I'm doing right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna just mute my shit.
Alright. You know a nigga tired when you're like, I'm gonna just mute my shit. Guaranteed to fall back asleep. All right, Deshaun Watson. What did Deshaun Watson do today?
I'll give you a stat line right now. Passing, Deshaun Watson had 4 TDs on the day, 0 interceptions. Longest was 37 yards. Got
How
sacked 9
much?
times. 37 yards the longest pass.
No, how many yards did he have?
360.
364 touchdowns, no picks today.
No picks. 22 for 27, 81%.
22 for 27, 81%. He was dotting up a whole lot of man right now. So as you can see, man, Deshaun Watson is not playing right now. He is starting to get comfortable in this Eagles system right now. And Coach Rob got this guy balling at a high level, man. This is one of the better franchises around right now. Here's why. They are not scared to pull triggers. They're not scared to go get what they want. Their GM's level is at an all-time high right now. These guys are getting it done. They're going to go get the players. They're trading. I mean, they had the capital. They started off with 3 first-round picks. They was able to finagle that into a Deshaun Watson and a safety like Jamal Adams back there, man. They just, man, as you can see, when I talk about this team and this roster, you're going to see where they got better at. That 3-headed monster backfield is, to me, is really legit over here. And they find a way to make all 3 of these guys play with a different style. And I enjoy watching it with Miles Sanders heading the group, with Regis being a red zone threat, dangerous in the red zone. Now you bring over DeAndre Hopkins and you change the whole scenery over in the NFC East. D-Hop comes over here as the best receiver in the division right now. Devontae Smith is still developing, and he gets to develop under a player who's, in my opinion, he plays exactly like Rieger. Has the chance to be the number 3 and don't have to draw number 2 corners. He can play in that slot and get dirty. While Watkins is still in development stage with good speed. At tight end, you got Goddard over here, and then Jack Stoll. So you got 2 solid tight ends with a 3rd rookie that'll probably never see the field, but they're going to develop him into a blocker more than anything. All right, so when you look at the line right now, Andre Dillard, to me, or Jordan Mailata could be a guy over here too, but I don't think neither one of these guys are starting out. We'll see. Lane Dickerson from Alabama is a prize piece you build around in his second season, coming off his rookie year. Now you got Jason Kelsey, and they drafted another center, John Oakley. So that, to me, what you can do in that situation is somebody's going to guard. Bottom line, right? Oakley should be a superstar, and yes, he is. So Oakley's a superstar. So now you got Kelsey, who's up there in age, mentoring this kid. Well, somebody's going to guard, and I would think it would be John Oakley until Kelsey's ready to get up out of there. So now you got 2 superstars on your offensive line to go along with Brandon Brooks, who's a superstar veteran, and Lane Johnson, who's a superstar veteran. So this line is thick, and it looks really good right now and again. And they should be able to move guys and definitely give Deshaun Watson plenty of time. Something he didn't have in Houston. Brandon Graham over here, they drafted Brandon Clinton, 78 overall, 80 speed, 84 excel. He got good power moves, finesse moves, and block shedding. So you develop this kid, he's going to be an issue over here on Star. He's going to be a problem for them. I think they got a little better on the defensive line right there. At right end, you got Josh Sweat, who's a speed demon in my opinion, speed rusher. Barnett's still here. These guys are still young enough, and they're veterans. They feel like they've been on the team forever, but they're still young enough to be able to develop with the team going forward, or what this team is trying to do. At D-tackle, Fletcher Cox got to keep his abilities. He played well last year. Hargrave, to me, is wasting money over here on this guy. He's a cap casualty. But then you got Lorenzo Neal, who could do both. He could play D-tackle or defensive end for this team, along with a Milton Williams, who has defensive end speed as well from the D-tackle spot. 83 strength. I don't think he should be playing D-tackle at all. He should have been made that move to DN. But they got a bunch of things, that guys up front that they can shuffle around and play a little bit of everywhere. And that's a good thing to have up front when you got a rotation like that. At linebacker, they stuck with the team that they had already. They stuck with the linebacker core and decided we're going to give them another year of development to see how it goes over here. Patrick Johnson is here. At middle linebacker, you got Chris Barnes and Sean Bradley. These guys got good speed. They just need to be developed. Davion Taylor as well. Once they get developed, man, it's hard. But this is the weakness of their defense right now. But on a game, they got speed to keep up with a lot of these running backs running, or tight ends and stuff coming out the backfield. They just don't have the awareness yet. But I like the speed. They do fly around, and they're young, and you can mold them into what you want them to be. They got thick on the secondary. Anytime you got a 31-year-old shut down in Darius Slay and Marcus Peters, and Nelson, 29, 29, and 31, got to get better as cornerbacks, and they did that. Taylor Lowry, superstar, 79, 91 speed, 93 excel. He's going to need to develop 65 man, 65 zone, 72 press. So and he's going to have to get better. Play rec at 85 though. So because of that play rec, I think he's a smart player. 6'2", good body, good size. He can play over there. Maddox is here with the speed, getting up there, 26 years old. He's solid over here, 71 awareness. And then they got Dudley Stanley, another cornerback that they drafted with good speed. But again, this guy is going to have to be developed. So they got some corners over here that I'm quite sure they're going to play early, but I don't think they should force them completely on the field. Give them some burn, but you don't really need to start these guys yet. You can give them a year, a red shirt year, where they can just develop over here. They got completely crazy at the safety level. They went and got Marcus May, free agency, and then they picked up the best safety in the draft, Von Savage. Looking at a 6'4", 215-pound guy, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, hit powers off the chain, 92. Medium, man zone 70 zone, man is 70 zone is 75, and he can press, so you can walk him up when you want to be in cover 0 and blitzing. You can walk this guy up and play man with guys with this safety. Dog pick. This is one of the best picks of the draft, in my opinion. He went right to the team where they was weak at the safety level, and they got stronger with Jamal Adams for him. Two guys that could do some things over there. Kayvon Wallace as well, good size, good speed. In the development stage, very young football team. This team is very young. Outside of the D tackles and the offensive line spot, everywhere else they're very young at, and the future is bright for this Philadelphia Eagles team. I do think they'll fight for their division again as well. I do feel at this point right now, roster-wise, this team is better than the Cowboys now, and I think they should be able to win the division. As of right now, all the two teams I looked at, right? Then you look at the team that made the playoffs, the Giants, even though they should have been second, who I looked at because they went to the playoffs. But anyway, Danielson is in his fourth season with this team, second season with the coach. I like Danielson. I think this was a smart move to stay with Danielson over here, 88, 89. Now you bring in Taysom Hill, right? The one player that can play, he's the jack of all trades. He can play any and everywhere. I want to see how creative this coach is. We saw him just sitting on the Saints roster last year and not doing absolutely nothing. Oh, kind of made your mind up. My bad.
It's crazy, man.
I thought I was convincing enough to get a sandwich still. See, you made your mind up. Yeah, I thought I was going to get one.
Not convincing, were you?
Not convincing enough, I see.
I didn't hear you say anything convincing.
Little nigga.
Oh, the broadcast though. God, I wanted a sandwich, man. Get your gassy ass out of here. Just going. Oh, my bad. That's that little dirty ass, badass cat over here farting, huh? Right on the podcast. I'm like, you want to convince him? What the fuck? Oh my God. Can he be creative with Taysom Hill? Because if guys remember what I said with this guy, I said this the one guy that I want.
Who has his team?
Max. He got a guy that I don't care if this week he's at tight end and you see him position change to tight end. He had fullback the next week. He had wide receiver one week. He had DB. I don't give a fuck. He's the jack of all trades, and this is the one person that I think he can move around and change his position by game if he wanted to. And to better use this guy, you better be creative because you can do some things with him. Let's see if he does that. And he also be a backup quarterback for you. But Danielson is the guy over here. Saquon Barkley is the man. They got a receiver in their backfield named Laviska Shenault Jr. The same way you always make my shit. Mayo. Yeah.
No, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
So you gotta, in his own right, Saquon Barkley can catch the ball out the backfield. But Saquon gonna run and get you 2,000 yards every year. That's what he does. Chenault gonna be able to catch the ball out of the backfield, third down situations, passing downs. This guy's gonna be, he can flank him out at receiver and all that. I'm starting to get a feel of where these Giants are trying to go right now. Then they bring in the son of Brandon Jacobs, the monster. Now you would think, why is his son only 6'2", 215? I ain't just, everybody don't just be built like their dads all the time and shit. He might be bigger, he might be smaller. That's just the way shit go, right? But what he do have in 90 trucking, 90 break tackle, 90 stiff arm, at 6 foot 215 pounds. You talking about fall forward back? He's here.
What the fuck?
6 foot 215. This guy's a monster. 90 speed, 92 excel. He's going to cut in a lot of carries for Saquon Barkley. I can guarantee you that. And he's going to be a factor for this team. I think they're going to use him a lot, which is going to save Saquon going forward, especially if they're making a playoff run. I like it. But for this team to reach their stride, it starts with this kid down here, John Ross III. He sat all last year and really wasn't a factor.
One out of fuck he was that open.
Kill all last year. You saw what Waddle did. You saw what Hollywood did. You saw anybody that had 96 or above speed. You saw those guys literally stretch the field in a way that it was very, very stressful for defenses, where just running by guys or you checking down Charlie and shit. Like speed on a receiver makes the game so much easier for guys that really don't know how to throw the football. They just throwing on against zones and holes. But when you got a guy that can stretch the field and run by everybody, it makes it easier to throw your little check downs and shit, your drags, your crossing routes, the simple shit that everybody do all game long. It makes it a little easier for it, right? Well, then you need to use John Ross that way, because that's the game. Because I don't even play that way, and I played that way last year, because that's the game. Check down. If these niggas are scared of your deep routes, check down. Because if you got a guy that can stretch the field, you can check down. You can do some things on offense, and then you got a strong-ass run game along with it. I want to see what this guy going to do with this team, because we're losing the sight of Daniel Jones having that type of speed to be able to run, RPO shit, read option shit. He can do so much stuff. Over here with this shit, but it starts with John Ross. Yes, I say John Ross because I like Kadarius Toney. He's going to be a slot demon for this team. That's what he is. You got Darius Slay, good speed on the outside, and Kenny Galladay is your big boy receiver in the red zone. Make plays for you, right? Then you come in here, and this team is looking really good. Evan Ingram is a speed, straight receiver at the tight end position. They go get Stephen Mays from Delaware State. Stand up for the black colleges right now. Good way to draft this guy anyway. But 6'7", 251, he's good enough to better tear the seam up. Guy got 92 special catch. Thank you, appreciate you. This cat better get the fuck out of here. You're looking at my shit like you want it. No problem, little nigga. You got a blocking tight end and a guy that can also play in the passing game as well. So I like the tight end level. You see these guys getting better all over the place. Andrew Thomas, I'm sorry, has to learn how to be a left tackle. I don't think he'll continue to play there and end up doing it right. Will Hernandez got a whole lot of strength, but he's slow as an ox because he's a big boy. But it's crazy because he's only 6'2", so you only stuck doing a couple things with this guy on the line. You can't move him outside. They picked up Damon Lewis from the Seahawks, moved him to center, and he's plugged in there, so we're getting a little comfortable on this line. Joe Jones, might be a rumor going around too. Heard somebody might be on the block, but they got a really good, one of the top players of the draft. And Joe Jones, overall wise, this is one of the better players. He was a top 5 player in the draft, period. Sitting over here at 6'8", 345 pounds at guard. Right tackle, Jim Zimmer. They pick up another big-time lineman. They plugged in their knees on the line fast. With some GM shit on the way. So, alright, so here we go. Quincy Roche, Lorenzo Carter gets moved to DN. Smart, Ellerson, Smith, all these guys are going to work it out over here as the left end to figure out, maybe it'd be a tandem thing or who's going to give him the best work over there to be able to become the full-time starter. Chandler Jones was a pickup in, through trade. They bring over an X-Factor veteran over here to help develop some of them young guys at the DN, so I like that. They strong on the D-line, X-Factor at D-tackle. Dexter Lawrence is another one of them guys over there, and they went strength. So they're telling you they want to plug the middle up. All these dives and power guys running at me, we're not hearing that. So this right here shows me they were preparing for Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Gibson, Ronald Jones, Who else over there? Running ball like crazy. 3 running backs out of the Eagles backfield. They're preparing for that. They're preparing for you to run the ball, and they got big bodies with good strength in the middle. Outside linebackers they picked up during Etheridge free agency. Good speed, got to be developed. Almost 80 overall right now. At linebackers they picked up. Oh my God, this ain't Pepper Johnson right here. Pepper Johnson or Lawrence Taylor Jr. Who is it? But they got themselves one of those type of linebackers, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna fuck somebody up. 95 hit power. He will break your fucking neck if you get caught slipping. Don't be getting caught in the animation. Ain't no safe tackles. Ain't no holding the button and sliding all over the field, tackling motherfuckers from 50 yards away. He gonna light you the fuck up when he catch you. Bang. Or if he play with the motherfucking hit stick tackling shit on himself, he gonna light you up. Bang. One helmet to helmet collision and your career over from this kid right here. He is going to be a monster in the middle right now. Alright, so they're still developing Malik Harris. He had 100 plus tackles last year, so he's still there, and he's a good tackler. He plays the run really well. He just got to get better in the passing game. Outside linebacker, you're dealing with another kid from Georgia that's coming off his rookie year. He's already 85 overall, so we're getting better there. Adoree Jackson is the main man over here at corner. Michael Davis comes over, Darnay Holmes, and then you got the 2 rookies from last year, all in development stage. As you can see, 84 overall is solid. Adoree Jackson. Outside of that, everybody else is in development mode, and all arrows are green pointing up. So that's a solid thing over there. They moved Bradbury to the safety, which I thought was smart. And they picked up Melifanu out of free agency, so now you got a guy that can play in the sub packages for you. Jabril Peppers is still here, superstar, and then they picked up Seth Cannon. Here's the, one of the steals of the draft, in my opinion, as well. You get a safety with 92 hit power. All right, 65 zone, he got to get better there, but he got good acceleration and good speed right now, and good size, 6'3", 200 pounds. The problem is you can't put him in the box. What I mean by the box, you can't slide him at linebacker and at all. You got to have him at safety deep and let him play strong safety and come down and make tackles for you, because he has that type of skill set. So I like this team. I like what they did. I think the Giants are another one of those teams that can push the Cowboys for not repeating. These guys really are. I wish I had y'all on chat with these guys. They go the fuck at it on chat, flat out. So they really want to get after each other, bro. They got a friendly rivalry but respect for each other, but they be going at it. So these teams are building, and they're doing it the right way. They're building for their division to win outside of their division, if that makes sense to y'all. They're building to win their division to win outside of the division. So they thinking about whatever move is a whole chess game over here. Whatever move the Cowboys make, the Eagles counter. Whatever move the Eagles make, the Giants counter. Whatever move any of them make, the Washington football team counter. So that's just how they moving over there. And in my opinion, they really all glued onto each other. Teams are looking at each other's rosters and they feeling things out right now. And guys are making big time moves on every roster I just showed so far to show you that they're trying to become the king of the hill over there. All right, so let's look at the Washington football team. Where's that football team at, man? Where's that football team at, man? Where's that football team at, man? It starts with who they went and got at quarterback. Doctor, Mr. Peter, Dr. Doolittle over here. They're going to call him Doctor because he's, surgeon. Y'all here, surgery. Pitting it on motherfuckers. That's what they want out of him, all right? And they know he's dual threat. You know what hitter likes his dual threat quarterbacks. But these guys are going to throw the ball more than he's going to drop back and run on anybody. But he has that capability. Like it, from Kentucky, great pick for them. Let's see how this works out. He is now the new starter over here. Antonio Gibson get another year of development. He'll be a 90 overall before week 4. Good speed, great running back, 1,000-yard back for them. At receiver, Terry McLaurin is here, but Curtis Samuels was the man. Let's see if their Dommy Brown is ready to grow and play for this team right now. We really didn't see much out of him last year. Let's see. Colin Johnson came off a practice squad wavering. He didn't play much as well. We want to see if they're going to get these guys involved. When it comes down to the rest of these guys, they roster fillers. Tight end, Logan Thomas, John Bates, Sammy Riaz. All guys are good blockers, and they can play in the passing game as well for you. Alright, so let's look at the line. Riley Dickens, 80 overall. They address left tackle. Stud. Going to be a starter for sure. Eric Flowers, and West, whatever his name is. I don't want to feel like spelling it or saying it. 28 overall ages, but 77 overall. I don't know if they starting for them though. Let's keep looking. I'm at the center position, 79, both of them. Cam Robinson they picked up too. So I like the line. All arrows pointing up. All right. Then you got the sheriff in town right now, 89 overall. And then at right tackle, they go get Scott Black. So they can shuffle this line around. They got a really good line once they put the pieces together on who's going to start where. The football team has a good offensive line to protect that young quarterback. Weapons or protection, that's the name of the game. They decided to get the quarterback and then go get the protection for him. Need I say anything when it comes down to the defensive end? Best D line in the league, probably. My question is, what's Shaka Tony going to do? Are the Washington football team wasting him at the end? Does he play a lot? Let's see if he had numbers last year. I know he wouldn't do it, but he didn't touch the field. He redshirted, and in his redshirt year, he's an 80 overall at this point, right? So they did their job. He got to learn behind two of the highly talented DNs in the league. But I'm not comfortable with Shaka Tony just sitting behind defensive ends, right in the left end, when this guy got linebacker skill. So we should see what happens there. Chase Young, he's the man. Weaver is the backup. Simple as that. Another guy that's in development stage. Wow, this guy goes dummies. Strongest D tackles in the league, damn near, when it comes down to these three guys. Jonathan Allen's a monster. Deron Payne, and then Adonis. At outside linebacker, you got Jacoby Stevenson. He's the man over there for sure. But Cole Holcomb ain't bad either, though. Like, they're both good linebackers, so I like that. Special teams play as well. Jamin Davis turned into a monster, 91 speed, 92 excel. Kalike Hudson is a cover linebacker in the middle, and see they're small there. 5'11", 224, and then they go 6'1", 211. They picked up Deion Buchanan last year, and he changed their defense on some real shit. So you got to bring a veteran back in for a year. I like that. Malik Weathersby is who they picked up in the draft, 84 overall. It's a high overall for a linebacker out of Penn State. Not going to kill you with the hit power, but if you look at him, he's a complete linebacker right now. Solid speed, 85, acceleration, 88, pursuit, 91. That's what makes him a monster. 78 tackling, 85 finesse, 82 block shed. Look at that, 81 zone on this guy, bro. 76 man, 75 catching. Again, this guy is a cover linebacker, right? He's going to be able to run around and stop some things. He can cover tight ends, running backs, and some slot receivers. The reason why I didn't leave this guy is because if you go look at the top corners that came out of the draft, I can guarantee you his man, his zone is better than theirs at this point. There's only a few of them maybe. But 81 zone is really big for a linebacker right now, especially a rookie, bro. He is going to be a problem. And I probably will even venture to say you might see him at middle linebacker before it's all said and done. Him and the other kid over here, Jamin. Where he at? These two together, Jamin Davis and him. Just because of his coverage, bro. Like 81 zone, 75 man right now. Going to be a problem. At the cornerback level, Kendall Fuller still here. Will Jackson had a good year. Juice there still developing. And then they got two practice squad warriors, really guys that's just going to, practice. They're never going to play, especially in year one for their rookie careers. These guys are going to have to develop. Simple as that. We like the safety, Cameron Curl, and then Ackley with all that speed. And you come look over here on the other side, you got Landon Collins, who for the life of me, I don't understand why he ain't playing linebacker yet. Or Antoine Brooks. Both of these guys can come down and play linebacker for this team because Derek Foster not giving up this job. 80 overall, 94 speed, 95 excel. The football team built the win right now too as well, man. Again, this division is going to be super interesting. I have no idea who's going to win it, but I do think 3 out of the 4 are in better shape to win it than the Cowboys winning it again this year. I really can't wait to see the dog fight. They are playing games early and often. I think the Cowboys got the Eagles at advance, so we're going to see some things that happen over here. When we come back to Balling with the Guru, Thoughts from the Guru, we will go into the AFC north or west, whatever when I decide. But we'll be back after these messages. You heard?